Hello everyone. So I am back. So I'm filming this for today. Yeah, I'll just film it for today, however long it needs to be. Before I get into anything, is that or is that not giving Sun and Moon and Mercury planet communication and Venus actually in Scorpio? Yes, it is. I love that picture. That is twin flamey. Love it. Anyway, just had to say that. And I didn't just plant it there. It was on the very top of the deck when I just opened the box. So that's why I've put it there. So I will shuffle again. And if it comes out, even more amazing. But it says breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. And I actually put that card to music a few weeks ago, the Lewis Capaldi one. He's brought out a couple recently. So it was the one that's got a beautiful video that's very dreamlike about, I'll something in the heavens tells me that we'll be together again. Right, I'm not going to try to sing like Lewis Capaldi because I think anyone would be crazy to. Well, maybe not anyone. If you're an actual singer at that standard, then In fact, you know what? Fuck it. You don't need to be at that standard. Just sing. If you want to sing, sing. Do you know what I mean? That's what I say. That's my Lemurian vibes. And I'm only saying it like that bantery because if you're new around here, you will hear me sing all the time, probably in every single video. It's very rare that I wouldn't have sang at least one song. Not the other night, it was last night. Last night I lost count of how many things I was singing, but I am not a singer. I just can't help it. I love singing. So yes, let it out. But and also, although I'm saying, I am very jokey, when I say a lot of things, and, this is not jokey, energy, but I feel there's a lot of jolly energy in there with Scotland winning for the first time in, I thought it was 27 years, but I saw something today saying 28 years, but whatever, that's a long time. It's either for the first time in 27 or 28 years that they've had the opportunity at the World Cup. So it is huge. And, it is, I do just find it really hilarious because I wouldn't be the only one, but, there will have been a lot of people sending good vibes. Because my mum even said, oh, that's funny because I said to your dad, I was sitting there going oh, kind of being funny, sending healing. But, all I know is that I had planned to start that about 5 my time, and I was wanting to end it about 7:30 because the game started at 7:45. And I actually ended up starting it right when it was about 15 minutes into it, which meant that I serendipitously, because I did not mean that, it looks scarily like I intuitively ended the live stream right as they just won. And also I haven't seen it yet, but what I'm gathering is, they scored these extra goals in the last, in the very last of it, because a football game's 90 minutes and then whatever extra time. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I know that much, and I'm delighted. So I can feel that energy in the air. And actually I haven't even spoken to my dad, my uncle, honestly, just all the men and all their families in Scotland will be delighted, I would say. So yes, if you are a man out there, and particularly if you're a Scottish man, enjoy the energy. And I was thinking as well, I did think after as well that I'm happy my divine masculine will be celebrating, and he needs to be celebrating too because it is his birthday week. So right, anyway. So there's that romantical card. We'll put that back here. But there was also this. Now, goblins. Now, for some reason, when I went through to get the decks I wanted to use out the office, because honestly, see this wee setup I've got, I'm actually loving it. It's like I've made a wee mess on the floor again. But like I said last night, it's fine because today I'm just chilling. Well, I was chilling. I had to go. Now, by the way, if you're new, I'll go in the intro. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, and healing energy. So all of this is going to have something to do with it. Even just the spontaneous way of, I wasn't too bothered about doing a video today because it depended how I was feeling after last night. But because I only done that for a couple hours, and I felt pretty, I had I wanted to go a walk earlier, and I was like, nah, I couldn't. When the alarm went off, I hadn't got to sleep till late because I watched the live back. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So there could be like, just serendipitous changes going on, like quick changes. And that is very apt for today because so I don't know if I spat that about, but basically the channeling part of me, the way that I approach every video has got something to do with the energy. So if you don't resonate with the energy, it's probably not your message, but it could be about your person kind of thing, but just whatever. You do you, boo. Not everyone listens to these, like not even nearly half as much people listen to these pre-recorded videos over their lives. So I just do them because I enjoy doing them. I get guided to do them, and I do it for the people that do listen, even though it is a small but loyal little soul family group of you. And because I do put out a lot of content, so there's apps. You just watch what you're guided to do. Because, like I said, it's not anything other than the fact that that is what my soul signed up to do. With my Aries sun in the house of Virgo, I have to be of service every day. I do have my weekends to myself, but I've usually got a video for you on the weekend to watch, which I'm actually going to film today. So, but anyway, yeah, this was on the floor, goblins. So I feel like, this is reminding me of, like, the devils in your ear or like the wee goblins. I feel like, your goblins, whoever this is, like your goblins were your fear was stopping you from being in something like this, from believing you could have something like this, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, because both of you will have went through both, whoever's resonating with this. So let's just see where we go with this, because I'd like to just make this one shortish so that I can just get it out right away. The biggest thing is, like I said, we've got Mercury retrograde now went into Scorpio. It's been in Sagittarius, now it's in Scorpio. So very piercing, cutting. People could be, that stung, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, where did that come from? That's what I always think about Mercury and Scorpio. If you've ever been on the receiving end of somebody with that, you will know exactly what I mean. Like, you feel it. It's not nice. Equally, though, it is a lovely Mercury placement if you use it wisely. Like, it can be people that have got like amazing listening skills, like that. It makes like great sort of psychology kind of stuff, or like healing, great healing, actually using that as a healer, brilliant ability. So there's loads of there's like anything, there's the pros and the cons, or there's the strengths and the weaknesses, but I like to call it the light and the shadow, because that is what resonates with me most. But for everyone, when Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio, I would just say be very mindful. People might not hold back when it comes to arguments and stuff. So and just be mindful, of what you're saying if that's you, because people can remember what you said for a long time. So if you say something not very nice, you're the one that's going to have to live with that, and the person that you say it to. So, well, that is, see what I mean? Like, that's what's good about this is very deep. And as I said last night, I proudly love anything deep and intense. And I don't feel that many people would tune into me if they didn't like the same. It depends though, because it really just depends. Nah, I would say, because although I'm very jolly and happy when I'm channeling and stuff, I do bring through very deep messages. So, but anyway, like I said, you do you, boo. But the biggest thing, is so it's that Mercury retrograde is opposing Uranus, planet of spontaneous awakening in general, shock surprises, just like the shock last night of Scotland winning. But like I'd said, sometimes I find it hard to describe what shock and surprise means. Like, to me personally, I wasn't that shocked. Like, you could see that I was shocked when I looked in live, but it was like I did more have a feeling that they were going to do really well. But overall, because that's not something we're used to in Scotland, I'm feeling the collective shock. But like I said, I wish I'd just been a little bit more bolder and actually said what do you know what? I keep saying that. I think I actually did, though. I think in the shorts that you'll see throughout the rest of the week, I think I near enough did say I had a good feeling. But I don't remember, I didn't make a bold, but anyway, whatever. Right, okay, so what have we got here? But the way that I look at energy anyway is that I feel that was everybody sending positive energy, good energy to the Scotland team, and they felt it. like I said, prayers work, you know. It's like whenever there's a big massive warning of a hurricane or a tsunami or something, and everybody's sending love and prayers to that part of the world, and then it gets downgraded. This stuff is real. So well done all the people that were sending energy. And thank you to everyone in all parts of the world if you were thinking of Scotland as well. And like I said, Denmark is a great country as well, and but glad of that. So anyway, let's shuffle these. So oh yeah, and also like yeah, it's the dark moon as well, right before that new moon tomorrow. So very intense, deep waters today. So that card is very apt. Wait a minute, I've just noticed I've got a wee text. Oh, it's just those boring ones you get. Right, okay, like not from a person, I mean. Right, so, but because it was a text, that always sort of means to me that you could have some sort of shocking communication, I would say, or a shocking message or a call or something because of what I was saying about Mercury retrograde. But what else? Oh, yeah, right. So this is just a wee interesting thing. So again, if, like I've said before, if people haven't got the patience because I haven't started pulling the cards yet, then you don't understand the way that I channel. This is all part of it. But the cards just back it up. But something that they were reminding me of was I was actually thinking about the scene yesterday, because I've mentioned Goodwill Hunting in the last few videos, but I was specifically thinking of the scene where he's like, how did you know that you loved her? And he describes it, you know, oh, I'll never forget it. It was October, blah, 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 whatever the date is. It was something, I think it was October actually, though. And it was because the Red Sox or whatever, you know, at baseball, you know, whatever one it was, won the blah, blah, blah. And he was like, what, you were there? You got tickets? You know what I mean? And the guy gets all excited. And then the moral of the story is he's like, yeah, but I decided not to go because I can't remember the reason why he didn't go. Maybe it was because he met her in that bar and then he couldn't go. He missed the game or something. And he's like, what? You missed the game? And then that's the whole point of it is even when there is like a massive game like that, like, you know, some kind of thing that you're a fanatic sports lover of or whatever, you know, whatever the thing would be for you. When you feel that way about someone, that card I just put shuffled back in. Yeah, sometimes things like that actually do become more important in that moment, and it's like, you know, and it's I've always loved that part of that film too. But I'm more like, apart from all the romantic twin flamey stuff here, I've just realised they were showing me that scene because they were trying to tell me it was going to be a monumental historical win for my country. You know, it's just quite crazy, isn't it? But I'm just teaching people as well there that, you know, that's the funny ways of being a medium. Well, you know, I only know the experience of being a medium and a shaman together, and just basically my mix of, you know, energy, being clear, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, just generally speaking, you know, even if you were, you know, a medium or whatever, showing it, it's quite funny, isn't it? Because I'm being distracted by the fact that, oh yeah, how romantic, you know, that someone wouldn't care, and it's like, I don't care if it's the biggest game, whatever, I'm going to get the person I love. But they were actually trying to tell me about it. I just thought it was quite funny. But right, okay, so let's shuffle these mermaid cards. With all that being said, now before I do that, let's just get this. Let's see if the new moon in Scorpio comes out. Well, it's just attuned to the divine, new moon in Pisces. So something could have been significant whenever that was. No, I have to look, don't I? Right, the last one was February, so we're almost at the next one, which will be March, when I just look quickly. So I feel this could pertain to some kind of decision that was made around the new moon in Pisces, February this year. And I'm feeling with all the different transits going on, I feel this is going to be about, because Pisces is confusion, illusion, which is coming up just like so much in all of the energy. It always does, but it's like massive. I knew it was going to, because, like I keep saying, because of Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces, to me that just screams making huge, big, massive mistakes, or like in like in Pretty Woman, huge mistake, big mistake. You know what I mean? It's not being able to see the wood from the trees. It's drunk energy. It is quite literally being drunk as well. You know, it's like escaping into addictions, alcohol. That's why I always say on a new moon in Pisces or a full moon, I actually just literally always say whenever the moon's in Pisces on a weekend, don't overdo it, because people often do. So whatever you get from all of that, but I really do feel it's linking back to some decisions made earlier this year, and then I feel the energy is going to be vastly different on the next new moon in Pisces, because Saturn will be in Aries by then. It will have just shifted on just before the Valentine's Day. And wait a minute, when does thought that, just wanted to check. Yeah, Saturn and Aries will both be in Saturn and Neptune will both be in Aries, because Neptune get mixed up. Neptune goes back in the January. So okay, whatever that all means. What else do we need to know here, so I can film the other ones as well? New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. So I feel whatever you've got going on right now, whether money is good or not, prosperity lies ahead. So don't give up the faith. And again, I'm not going to look up all the different new moons and full moons, because that's going to take forever, but just, you might want to check that yourself. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Also, look, they're all new moon cards. Now, the new moon in Capricorn often lands in the January, but sometimes I do need to check that. That might be in December. Right, so that's on the 18th of January next year, 2026. So your hard work's paying off. So some kind of prosperity lies ahead, and look out for a big shift in your finances around that new moon in January. That's not too far away. So, right, okay. I don't think we need any more of these. I'll shuffle them at the end and see if I just love when the new moon in Scorpio comes out on the new moon in Leo. Confidence is key to success. It's in reversal, so somebody might be working on their confidence around work, because this all seemed quite like it was to do with work. But it could be that you've been working on yourself, like the Eight of Pentacles kind of vibe. So, right. Let's finish with that again, because this is a cute wee 17 minutes. So I just wanted to do one for today, because I'm going to do a wee quick one for tomorrow and a wee quick one for Friday. Well, really, I'm going to do one for Friday. I might just skip tomorrow. No, tomorrow is the new moon, but I'm doing the live on the new moon. But the thing is, it's the new moon in Scorpio, but the live that I'm doing tomorrow is for the Sagittarius moon. So, well, Sagittarius 9th house energy. So I think I will just do a wee video. Right, so let's get a wee energy for the subconscious of the feminine and the masculine's feminine side. Oh, what's falling out? We have the Three of Wands, yeah, looking at somebody making a decision, the wee compass there. So, progress, expansion, foresight, opportunities. So, yeah, I do feel like this is the feminine and the subconscious. I feel you're having lots of dreams, downloads, lots of ideas, particularly around your work, that are good ideas that are going to lead to a shift in your finances, feeling like overall more successful, people appreciating your work, or if they already do, which hopefully they do, they're appreciating it more, something like that. And this can also still be the masculine's feminine side and the subconscious, same for you. So what have we got for the masculine subconscious mind? It can also still be the feminine's. We have so juggling, multiple priorities, time management, adapt. So again, the masculine, now this is quite interesting. This is definitely seeming like what I've picked up on already in the shorts and in the, I don't know if this was in the live last night, maybe it was, but anyway, we'll just go with today. But when I say today, remember, it's past, present, future. Although I'm filming this around the new moon in Scorpio, this might not come about for people for like 3 months, 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 days, who knows. Could have been 3 months ago, you know what I'm saying? But the masculine in the subconscious is, I feel you are weighing up. Do I stay here or do I go there? Do I stay in the life I'm in, or do I take a chance to be in the life I want? That's the way I'm seeing this. Like, do I stay in the matrix, or do I leave behind everything I've known and take a risk on being where I want to be? And it's quite funny because, look, right, don't forget the genders if you are 2 women, but forget the genders if you're a woman and a man, or if you're 2 men. But that person is looking towards them, and they're looking that way. So the way they're telling me this is like, if you're the divine feminine, all your dreams and desires are pointing towards keep going. Keep going. They'll catch up if they're meant to. They're, by you focusing on your goals, they're watching you anyway. Like, you wouldn't be getting pulled back to somebody for no reason. In this circumstance. And you can get in, because even, let's face it, even when you do get pulled back to situations that don't turn out right, that are karmic situations, you didn't get pulled back for no reason. You got pulled back to learn the lesson, even if it was a shitty lesson. So, but it's like, by you keep on charging ahead and not changing your plans for this person, it's actually helping them come forward with romance. Because I was going to do they told me I normally do the feminine, but they told me to do it there. So the Knight of Cups, creativity, romance, charm, imagination, beauty. Like, it's like, so say this was a choice between two people as well. That feels like the karmic energy, and that's the divine feminine. And it's kind of like, that's also a clock too. Are they both clocks? It's like time's up. Time's up for the karmic energy. And also, now that's quite interesting, because that's a big coin. But I'm not seeing this as a bad thing. It's like the prosperity lies ahead. See with the other card, with the divine feminine. Because in yourself, if you're just listening to this for your divine feminine, divine masculine within yourself, that is how you create true abundance, by balancing your inner feminine and masculine. So, basically the theory is that if the if somebody is a twin flame and they're a divine masculine, and they try to settle down and make it work with a karmic energy, someone that is not their divine feminine, it might last for a while, but then it will crumble and the tower will hit, because you're not building with who you're meant to be. So it's built on a faulty foundation. That's what the tower is all about. Right, okay, so what is in the conscious mind? Knight of Coins, yes. So, you know what I mean? It's like the masculine's got the Knight of Cups, the feminine's got the Knight of Coins. Like, if you're the divine feminine, you're like focused on other stuff right now. Hard work, productivity, routine, conserve, and like look in this card as well. She's doing some interesting. I don't know what she's. Oh, it's like a really random one. Of course she is. She's cleaning a giant turtle, because that is what everyone does. Well, actually, my best friend does have a rather large turtle. Like, I'm not kidding. These things live forever. She's had it. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know how long she's had that. A long time. I don't mind you, actually. It might not be the same. No, I think it is. Anyway, she's had that a long time. But yeah, it's this, whoever you are, if you're the feminine, you're putting hard work. Like, you're consciously making decisions to work hard at your craft, and it's going to pay off and lead to prosperity. But it looks like you're actually attracting in your masculine by doing that too. Because this masculine is bored and discontent. Meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluate. Well, that's not good. If someone feels apathetic, like, do you know what I mean? It's like they're detaching from where they are. They feel bored, discontent. It's not good energy. I'm watching as well, Page of Swords. New ideas, curiosity, knowledge, communication. But I also feel in this case it's some sort of communication coming forward. Okay, so that's what we've got from that. I'm going to shuffle them again and get... in fact, let's just do a wee random switch up to these unicorn cards, and I will clarify with them. So this isn't all of them, but I felt guided to use these. What have we got? What's the guidance for the feminine whenever you find this, whether it is on the dark moon or the new moon in Scorpio or whenever? And the masculine's feminine side. So what have we got? Because there's very, very feminine energy right now. Swimming in the deep, deep feels because of the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Venus. I mean, oh my god, the other thing I'm not saying about that's like sexy energy. But it really just depends what's going on in your life. Very intense, very sexy, very spicy. But if you've not got any of that going on, it could be a little deep, intense, and painful. So, you know, be kind to yourself. Or, you know, you might just be, you know, I was on guard for me not feeling so good, but I feel, you know, I feel good today. So. always like I'm always like I stay humble because I've had too many moments in life where it's like, you know, just when you get really happy, something shit happens. So, right. So anger. Okay. So anger was in the verse. So safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotions are sacred. So you could have had anger coming up in the past because I'm going to keep it upright though, but it was in the verse. You could have worked through some type of anger that's been surfacing in you. And I would say it is towards the past or this connection because I'm asking, like, what do you need to know? And if this doesn't make sense to you, it probably isn't for you. So I'm just channeling whoever it's for. And also remember, this can be for the masculine emotionally. Like you've got a lot of anger coming up towards yourself, it feels like, and towards however this is all transpired. But it feels like, you know, a lot of you have moved through that. So, right. But also, what I wanted to say is, oh, you know how I said, oh, when I'm feeling happy, I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen now? I don't like the word negative, right? But I can't think of another word right now. That is a bit negative, and it's kind of like if someone was talking like that around me, depending on what it is, I would listen, I would empathise, and some things you can't make better, you know, you just have to be there and listen. And that is the difference between empathy and sympathy. You know, like I've explained before, and because this energy actually is all about death, like not literal, it can just be like death and rebirth, phoenix rising moment, but it can be literal death energy to this too, you know what I mean? It's you can't make it better. You can't bring the person back. And even in my case, I can, God, if the person is open to it, I can be the medium quite literally to communicate what they want to say. But I still can't bring them back. You know what I mean? You just got to empathise with someone in that case. So I'm really sorry if there has been an actual loss that somebody's struggling with right now. And like I would say, a loss, it does sound like I'm describing the loss of a person there. But a loss doesn't always need to be of a person dying. It can be the loss of a connection. This masculine could be angry at losing their person. Your person. I'm saying your person because I've explained that before. That actually that's quite funny. I don't ever watch that guy now, but he is really great. But you know, it's just because of what that's a good example of what I've said. Even the people I really enjoy watching, I've just not been watching. But it's because his accent, he always goes, your person. So that's the banter behind that. If people are wondering. So what's advice for the masculine? But yeah, so anyway, what I'm saying is like, you know, we all have our moments like that. So for the majority of the time, I'm very upbeat, positive. I can always see and not toxic positivity. I'm realistic as well. I can always see the silver lining, or I can always be like, well, everything's happened for a reason, or this is what you learn from it, or blah 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 blah, all that kind of shit. But even the people that are like that, and in this case me, we're allowed to have our moments where, yeah, you're just kind of like, this is not feeling too great, you know what I mean? But all I'm saying is I've had very dark new moon in Scorpios, and I'm feeling good just now. Long may that continue for me and for you guys. So what have we got? Awareness. So I don't like this universal. So masculine energies, male or female, if you identify as being in the masculine energy, male or female, and you happen to come across this, are you in denial? Because we've got awareness in reverse. I don't like this energy. This is the energy that was yesterday too. I wonder if the tower's going to come out when I shuffle that deck, and it's going to be the exact same message. The tower's going to hit anyway, and it's going to wake you up. I hate to say it, this is totally, I can't stand like energies like this, but it's like, you know, if the divine love story that's coming through right now, it's like as soon as you move on, like genuinely, and maybe in some cases actually decide romantically to move on with somebody, this person comes racing in. Like, it's it's so cliche, but that it kind of feels a little bit like that. Live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. But because it's in reverse, this person is not wanting to see it. It's like when I was singing that James Arthur song last night. I don't see you, you're not in every single thing I do. You are not the missing piece, and I don't think we're meant to be. Too much is hidden from you, the unseen. That's a bit creepy, especially on a new moon in Scorpio. That's definitely going to be the thumbnail, I think. Unless the message is there's something you're not seeing, masculine. Something is hidden from you. Let's get the tarot. What is hidden from the masculine energies, male or female? Now that I've got into detective mode. What is hidden? Now, wait, let me. The words are tiny at the bottom of this. Live in the past, forgiveness, lack of playfulness. Okay, need a wee bit more, but this is about past life, love, soulmates. So I feel there's forgiveness available here. Oh, is that the death card? It was, look, when I've just been channeling about the death card. But that came out reverse. Resistance, transformation, inner purge. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, it's just the same message. This is why, this is why sometimes it's fun to do videos every day, because you see how the energy stays the same or changes. Sometimes it gets boring anyway, but I'll push that aside. That's why they were making me talk about death and the death card, because of all these Scorpio planets. But I feel this is the Two of Cups. Sorry, Two of Cups. Yeah, there's no mistakes here. Two of Pentacles is what I meant to say. But somebody's trying to balance their head and their heart, trying to make a decision about somebody they feel who is their Two of Cups, their past life love, or a lover in the past in this life. My throat chakra went funny there too. Maybe this person has issues admitting that to themselves or to others. My throat chakra's going really funny. But there's something about, it feels like that energy of this person's never going to forgive me. So I'm not going to go through this transformation. That's, I want to sing that song again. You're not the missing piece, and I don't think we're meant to be, but actually I love you. Balanced emotions, compassionate, diplomatic. So this could be that I think they're telling you the story. Someone wasn't wanting to see, they were in denial, or they couldn't see. They pushed down the love for the past life, lover from the past, whether it's in a past life or lover in the past, it can be both for people. Didn't want to go through the transformation. And then all the feelings come up to the surface in this new moon Scorpio for some people. And my God, do they. Love, new relationship, compassionate, creativity. That's like the most love ever coming out there. King of Cups with the Ace of Cups. This is the avalanche, the waterfall of emotions. And actually wanting to celebrate. Celebration, friendship, creativity, collaboration. They look like friendly women, don't they? But my suspicious Scorpio rising mind is... Is this a celebration, or is this like something else? Why is that in reverse? That's not good either. Closure, shortcut, stagnation, permanence. Yes, for some reason I feel this is somebody is celebrating getting closure. About being in indecision, about balance, what way do I go? Yeah, after healing. Exhaustion, burnout, stagnation. Someone's celebrating getting their energy back after a challenging karmic situation. And they could be angry at themselves while how long this has taken. And then there's the 10 of Wands with a guy with all the shit on his back, but he's like, there's two roads. Oh no. Why did they keep making me sing that song? But that's so clever. There's 2 roads to walk down and 1 road to choose, and I'm thinking over the things that you said. So it's thinking over Dana Glover, or Dana Glover, whatever, however you say it. Do it all, carried burden, delegation, release. Someone's releasing a very painful, challenging time of burnout. A Queen of Swords could have put them in that place, and this could be a divorce, because out of 78 cards, we've got the King and Queen of Swords in reverse. This is not a very good pairing, but it does indicate that it was a pairing at some point, which was quite, I would say it was like not based on love, really. Let's read the actual keywords on these cards. Overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, and cold. I mean, well, that person doesn't hold back when describing. That's pretty much how I always describe that too. Or like I say, money grabber for the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but I would, bitchy energy. And this guy, what was this saying? Financially inept, wealth obsessed, stubborn. Yeah, basically, we're definitely being told somebody's dropping the burden of choosing a karmic energy where everybody had their priorities all wrong. So this could have been for financial reasons. And it doesn't always need to be like people were chasing money. It could be like practically like, I haven't seen any cards indicating children or something, but maybe it was, like we done it for the kids or something. Let's see. There's somebody's not putting hard work into a marriage anymore. But I mean, this actually feels like this is, I think this is this is a divorce finalization, or the finalization of a divorce. That's what it feels like. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the pairing have come out in verse. But actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. In some cases, even upright, I would read it like, but definitely because it's reverse. Remember, I just read the tarot normally. But self-development, perfectionism, misdirection. Yeah, somebody was misdirected and chose something that wasn't right for them, and they're very happy that they're now choosing what does serve them. Happiness, vitality, confidence, fun, success. We can't ignore the fact I just asked if there's any children involved, and there's a baby on the card. So, do you know what I mean? Like, whether it's an actual young child, like a baby, or there's a child involved, I think that they're answering that, because that is a card of children too. So you'll know if it's yours, and it could have been something. I've actually helped people with this exact story, that's in the past, like years ago, and not so years ago. Like I've said that before. Like, I help people that are going through divorce all the time. It's because my energy is, I'm like Nanny McPhee. It's not me that causes it. Like, I'm a spiritual catalyst. If you're in a relationship that's not for you, my energy will just wake you up to the fact that you're in something that's not good for you. You know what I mean? And your whole life will change, but it'll change for the better. That's what they use me to do. It's why I've understood as well in my personal life when some people edge away from me, because if they're like this guy or gal, all the people that are in that energy, if they're not wanting to see that something's going on that's not good for them, you're not going to want me around you, because I'll just scream it at you without saying a word. I'm just owning that about myself. Right, so this is a wee bit longer than I wanted it to be, but that feels like that's the same as this person's journey is a wee bit longer than they wanted it to be. Transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. Now, I think I did kind of pull that out reverse as I was pulling it, but I just feel I want to keep it upright. This energy, with all this Scorpio energy, it's very hard to hide anything, really. Although Scorpio energy is about secrets too, there will always still be secrets. Where Scorpio energy is involved, wherever it is in your chart, you will always have your secrets. They will always have their secrets. But as far as this is, whatever energy I'm picking up on, someone's coming forward to be very transparent about all of this, whatever it means, and believe in good luck. Now, this is a Moon and Sag card, so remember what I said about tomorrow. The Moon actually moves into Sagittarius tomorrow. It's quite funny, because I did think the New Moon and Scorpio card was going to come out there, because it was like I was hearing my guides, feeling them saying, is now. Like, for someone, this energy is now. So I don't know when now is. I don't know if you're watching this right when I've done it or a few days later. But so if this isn't yours, it can still be yours and it's not now for you. But I don't say that very often. I do feel something's like this change is happening within someone now. Take a reality check. Yeah, it's a bit of a reality check for someone. Unleash your kindest self. And I feel, remember that came up last night? I feel it's like, be kind when this person comes forward, lighten up, like be a comfort to them rather than reflect on your priorities. There's something about, like, so I'm getting too deep into the story, but that's what's going to happen, this energy. Reflect on your priorities. It's kind of that vibe of those tarot cards at the start of this, like, you focus on what you're focused on your life, because it's helping you, it's helping this person. And you can see it's helping this person in a big way, or it's already helped and they're out of this bit. But yeah, be kind. There's a big message coming through about be kind. Attend to the details. Be real. There's a lot coming through about be real. Step out your comfort zone, yeah. And I'm going to leave it at that. It's like, this is big time taking a lot for this person to step out the comfort zone. So it could be a messy divorce or something like that. And if it's not a divorce, it's a breakup, but that definitely indicates a divorce there. And as I said the other day, that's the word that I've seen. That's the word. That's the that's the word. That's the synchronicity. In every way, shape, or form you can possibly see that. That is the word of the year. Divorce. So you might not be divorcing from a person. You might be divorcing from an addiction, from friends. It might be a conscious uncoupling. I don't know. But all I know is that's the main energy. So I will see you later. And have a lovely dark moon. Now, the dark moon is about honouring your shadow. Whether you're a man or a woman, it is a time to honour your shadow in any sign. But guess what the sign of the shadow is? Scorpio. So doubly honour your shadow. Want some charms because I forgot about that. So dragon codes, dragon energy is awakening this connection. And connection, yes, I feel divine feminine energy and the dragon codes, Mary Magdalene, are awakening this connection. There is a message coming. Birds are messengers. There was a black widow spider involved in some point, so I would say that is whatever karmic energy someone's escaping from. It was probably as bad as it can get. And just as I said, escaping from, I hadn't even saw that the horse breaking free there. That is somebody escaping from an energy that was near enough impossible to get away from, but they're doing it because they've opened their eyes. The discernment, the owl. Oh my God, that is a Scorpio message. So yeah, prayers for anyone that's resonating with this, past, present, or future. Oh God, fuck! I've just forgot. Shit. Wait a minute. Will I use them tomorrow? I'll quickly use some of these because these are now what. So if I'm doing this for today, I forgot that I've got themes that I want to use. Like, you know, I'm meant to be doing shadow work, ancestral healing. So that can be this. So I'll just chuck in some of these ancestral cards. What do we need to know for the feminine, masculine, feminine side? We have listen to your inner guidance. Yes, so I feel divine feminine, whether you're male or female, listen to your inner guidance. I feel you have all the way. Well, doesn't let you down. And you're going to find out the things that that you've tuned into correctly, or whatever you've got a bit off. It's all, this person's coming forward to be transparent. Start living fully. Yeah, this person is about to start living fully. 26th August could be a significant date. Doesn't need to be though. Discover your divine feminine. Oh my God, my throat's cracking again. 29th of this month is significant. That is right when Neptune goes direct. It is still in Pisces until next year, but it goes direct. So I would say, it's really any time from now to the end of the month, this group of divine masculines are having massive, profound shifts that link to both Saturn going direct and Neptune going direct. So, you know, definitely, for any of the people that are still stuck in a confusion, illusion, or karmic situations, major clarity breakthroughs coming in, like at the start of 2026, because the 26th too, but I mean, as soon as now, someone's discovering their divine, basically someone's discovering their own inner divine feminine, therefore they want to step out their comfort zone to get their actual divine feminine, who doesn't appear to be who they've been with. Same story, it is all the time, but that is definitely crystal clear. And more importantly, it's crystal clear to this person. If false person comes out, that's going to be nuts. What else have we got here? We have poverty. Yeah, wherever this person's been, it's just, you know, might not be literal poverty. It doesn't feel like it has been. If that was a king and queen of swords at upright at some point, it feels like, and they actually looked more like queen and king of pentacles, because the guy had all the money around him and that, and the women, but anyway, so it's like, it feels like lack, just lack. Both people not happy in a false community. So there's that kind of energy coming through again about karmic communities, karmic people, pressure from the family, pressure from the... This person's coming forward with a gift. The gift of themselves, the gift of clarity, and there's the moment you get that gift. Isn't that funny? Oh my God, it's them. Yes, the message. The message has been delayed because it's in reverse. Or it might be delayed further for a while, but it is coming. This person feels like, oh my God, this is quite a story, and it's look at this though, that's totally... So this person's not feeling too hot because main male in reverse, they're feeling not too good. They feel like they put hard work into something, feel like a lot of time's been stolen by being in the wrong marriage. But somebody could have, like, you know, somebody could have had a win in court. We've got a wealthy man in courthouse. But also that could be about when I've picked up the divorce. So, yeah, whatever. We just needed to clarify with those cards. False person didn't come out, but I don't actually think false person... Is false person in the deck? Yeah, I did. Sometimes I can feel when it's not. Sometimes she's kicking. It's really weird, right? This is how my guides talk to me. Like, sometimes that false person card isn't even in the deck, and that's a message too. It's like this person was so shady at hiding who they really were. They're not even in the deck. You can't even... yeah, it's not there. I knew that. I would say if this was in the deck, it would have came out, false person, but it's not there. Okay, and I can't be arsed doing a separate power animal card. So basically, I think when I get back in the swing of things next week, I'll do a wee quick 10-minute video for the animal card, and I'll do the, you know, the other one separate. But for today, I'm just going to do it. So what's a wee power animal ones come through? So I'm using the animal card for a specific reason. By the way, and the fact that I can't get the words out, that's going to be very meaningful for this connection. Like, I'm going to be running the Power Animal Workshop on Sunday the 30th of November. Check out the details. It's in the comments of all the videos, but I did say live last night. I'm not sure I want to do it anymore, but I mean, it's kind of like, I will though, if people, but you have to let me know if you want to do it. I'm not too fussed either way, but what I am fussed about is I do want to do a group Zoom. I just need to know what you want to learn about, you know, or what you want support with in a group Zoom. So, but the momentum might have passed for that, but we'll just see. Let me know. There was 2 people that were interested before, but I don't know. Right, so I'll meditate on that myself. Now is a lucky time. Yeah, again, now's a I feel now's a lucky time. I don't believe in luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. I would say I would change that to now is the time. Like, you know, now is the time to move to your altar. There's the Otter Spirit card again. It came out at the start of last night. You're never alone. But see, if we marry that, and that's weird wording, but if we do marry that with what came out last night, This is two people. This is a group of people that you are both feeling very alone without each other because you're meant to be with your otter. You're meant to be with your lobster. And actually, would you believe, that was kicking about again and I chucked it back in that box. Financial pinch could be significant too, but I'm more seeing it as like, you know, he's your lobster, she's your lobster. Right, okay, anyway, I'm ending this one so that I can film tomorrow's. See you later.